Have you ever noticed how some people seem happy spending their whole weekend alone? No parties, no group chats, no endless social media scrolling. Just them, their thoughts, a book, a hobby, or a quiet afternoon doing nothing. Somehow, they don't seem lonely. They seem relaxed, more focused, and sometimes even happier than people who are always around others. If you're someone who loves being around people all the time, this might sound strange. Maybe you've even wondered if people who enjoy being alone are secretly sad or antisocial. That's what society often thinks. We treat being alone like a problem that needs fixing. Psychology says something different. Loving being alone isn't about avoiding people. It's about understanding yourself in a way many people never do. Think about it. You're in a room with music, notifications, and conversations happening around you. Then it all suddenly disappears. For some people, that silence feels uncomfortable. For others, it feels like coming. Human beings are creatures. Our ancestors survived because they stayed connected to tribes and communities. While everyone needs connection, not everyone experiences being alone the same way. Psychologists make a difference between loneliness and being alone. Loneliness is the feeling of lacking meaningful connection. Being alone is the choice to spend time with yourself. Imagine two people sitting alone in apartments. One feels abandoned, disconnected, and miserable. The other feels peaceful, energized, and content. The situation is the same. The experience is completely different. That difference comes from how you think about it. People who love being alone don't view it as an absence of something. They view it as the presence of something like space, freedom, and mental clarity. In a world that constantly demands attention, being alone becomes a luxury. Your brain processes a lot of information every day. Being alone acts like a reset button. It's like closing dozens of tabs on a computer that's been running for long. Suddenly, everything works better. Psychologists have found that periods of being alone can improve creativity, self-reflection, and emotional regulation. Some research even suggests that moments of solitude allow the brain's default mode network to become more active. When you're not focused on demands, your brain starts connecting ideas, reflecting on experiences, and making sense of your life. It's like cleaning a room. You stop reacting and start understanding. That's why many writers, artists, inventors, and thinkers throughout history actively sought solitude. Not because they hated people, because they needed uninterrupted space to think. Take someone like Isaac Newton. During the plague outbreak that forced him away from university, he spent stretches isolated. Those years of solitude became some of the most productive of his life. You don't need to discover gravity to benefit from being alone. Sometimes the greatest discoveries happen inside your mind. You finally understand why something upset you. You realize what you actually want from life. People who enjoy solitude often develop a relationship with themselves. They learn what energizes them, what drains them, what matters, and what doesn't. That self-awareness becomes a kind of psychological superpower. Because once you know yourself better, you're less likely to be controlled by people's expectations. You stop chasing approval as desperately. You stop feeling the need to constantly prove yourself. You become more comfortable existing as you are. Ironically, this often makes relationships stronger. People who love being alone often invest deeply in a number of connections. They value quality over quantity. There's another factor at play here too: autonomy, one of the powerful human needs. Researchers have consistently found that people thrive when they feel a sense of control over their choices and environment. Solitude often provides that. When you're alone, you decide how to spend your time, what to think about, what to create, whether to remain silent. It's one of the moments in modern life where nobody is demanding anything from you. No expectations, no roles to perform, no scripts to follow. Just freedom. Freedom is psychologically nourishing. The healthiest approach isn't isolation or constant socialization. It's balance. What if someone chooses solitude and nothing is wrong? What if they're simply listening to a psychological rhythm? Human beings are remarkably similar. We don't all flourish under conditions. Some people bloom in crowds, others bloom in spaces where they can hear themselves think. Your relationship with yourself matters a lot, because eventually the party ends. The notifications, the conversations fade. You're left with the one person who has been with you through every moment of your life. You. If being alone feels peaceful then frightening, that isn't necessarily a weakness. It may be evidence that you've built a home inside your mind, a place where you can rest, simply exist without needing constant validation from the outside world. That's something many people spend years trying to learn. So do you love being alone? Does solitude make you uncomfortable?